Welcome to Goal Plan Start, your GPS program. And if you're like us, you probably are a little annoyed with the last few years and sick of living your life on repeat. And today we're going to help you change that, aren't we, Dr. Zimmerman?
Absolutely. I believe the next 30 minutes can change your life. We've got a program from our personal experience, our professional experience that has changed the lives of thousands. It's exciting. It's fun. So stay tuned in.
Yeah, goal setting for us is going to help you walk through. So many people actually miss out on goal setting. And what happens is living your life on repeat is what 4, 5, 10 years from now, all you do is live the same life. If you actually listen to the steps that we're going to give you through the Goal Plan Start program, you're going to actually see each and everything change. And 2023 is going to be your best year ever because of this holiday special we're bringing to you.
Yeah, I often work with hundreds of thousands of people, have over the years, and I tell people simply this: your life tomorrow and next year and the rest of your life will be the same as it's always been, except for the goals you set and the goals you achieve. We're here to show you how to do exactly that, to change your life by changing your goals.
That's right. And why do you think, Dr. Zimmerman, that goal setting is so important?
I've coached Olympic athletes. We have a simple slogan: no goals, no gold. If you don't have a specific goal that's meaningful, written, clear, in your conscious mind, written down, looked at every once in a while, you drift. You go in lots of directions. And to my knowledge, almost nobody has had any training in goal setting. Maybe a few kids in a sports camp in an athletic team. But I doubt you've had class 101 goal setting, 201, 301 in college or anyplace else. Most people just don't know what they're doing or how to do it.
I feel very fortunate because of athletics that I actually got into goal setting, and that led into my first Brian Tracy program, which got me into goal setting and which helped create what I saw there was a missing piece for my own companies is doing that step-by-step program and figuring that out. And what I find is that most people actually regret not setting goals. And you said a famous quote about goal setting earlier. And what was it?
Well, the comment I just made a moment ago was your life will be the same as it's always been, except for the goals you set and the goals you achieve.
And very few people have ever regretted setting goals, right?
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to coach hundreds of executives, famous people that you would often know by name in the media, et cetera. Not one single of my clients has ever said, I wish I hadn't have wasted my time setting goals. They all say, I wish I'd have known this years ago. It has been so powerful. They wish they would have gotten on board a lot quicker.
Yeah. And why do you think it is that people get wrong? What do you think it is we get wrong about goal setting?
It's just simple ignorance. I think three parts of the ignorance. Some people don't know how important goal setting is. Some don't know what they really want, and others don't have a system for achieving it. If you have ignorance in any of those areas, you're not going to live life to the fullest.
And it's so easy to procrastinate with goal setting. One of the things that some of the other programs out there that I've seen are so meticulous, and I've seen that throughout the years of working with any of my advisors and my coworkers, is when they get one of those programs, it's so stringent to actually stick with it. And we put together a program that is very simple, step by step, and it walks you through. You handwrite it, and it holds you accountable the entire time, as well as some of the cool things that we're going to be offering with it is we're going to actually coach you. We're going to give you an hour of coaching. So that's really exciting that we're going to be offering that as well.
Yeah. I want to make sure, as Dennis does, that you don't just get something in the mail, put it aside and not use it. We want you to use this to change your life. And we're going to be available to coach you. If you ever want to call us, even going to provide some video training, no charge extra. So there's not any way you won't get it to work for you.
And the last few years have been so crazy with the pandemic and everything that has happened and everything that's going on. People are worried about inflation and the economy and all the different changes that are happening. One thing is this allows you to come back and take control of your life, take control of your year, make a change. If you think that it's uncomfortable to do goal setting and actually do it, I can tell you the discomfort of what the regret is going to be if you don't take goals into your own hand and don't change your life. It's going to be an entire disappointment. And what I'd love to do is actually just touch on a couple tips that we have, Dr. Zimmerman, about goal setting.
Yeah, one of the things that I've learned is if you don't write the goals down, you typically do not achieve them. It's one thing to think about them, have good intentions, put them in the back of your mind. Your success rate will be about 1%. There's something magical that takes place when you actually figure it out and commit it to a piece of paper.
And one of the tips that I do is and I know we both shared on this before, is I write down my goals, my top 3 goals onto a little index card. And I actually keep them in my wallet. I keep them on my mirror. I keep them available to me and keep it in my car. I love to actually stay positive and actually keep those handy so I can read them at any time.
Another tip I would suggest in the process, besides writing all the goals down, is don't let mind binders kill off your progress. You'll be receiving some information, a bonus on that. A mind binder is something you tell yourself that torpedoes your success. It might be, I can't stick to a diet. I can't lose weight. I can't save money. I'll never get ahead. If you have any of those thoughts going through your mind, you're going to kill off your success. I'm going to help you identify the mind binders that are getting in your way and make sure you stop them.
That's a very good point. And taking positivity into the effect of that, it's very you want to pull yourself away, sit down and find a place of peace and quiet, sit down and actually find a place of solitude to do your goal setting. Because really finding out your target is so important to where once you figure out your target, you can just do the next right thing to get towards that target. And if you have yourself an accountability partner within your system, it's going to change your life.
It's kind of like a seed. Have you ever taken a walk and you see a plant pushing its way through the concrete sidewalk? How'd that little seed ever get up through that big barrier? That's exactly the way the mind works. If you plant a goal in your mind and write it down, occasionally look at the card as Dennis was talking about, you're releasing a power just like that seed to break through the concrete, the barriers, to achieve the results you want.
And you're actually training your subconscious mind through this process when you write it down. And the good thing about the subconscious mind is once your conscious tells it this and you train it that way, it's on autopilot. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're doing it once you actually put this program in place.
Well, yeah. A lot of people don't know what they really, really, really want. And so they live life on autopilot. They go to work, get a paycheck, pay the bills, go home, eat dinner, go to bed, repeat. That's survival. Yeah. That is not living to the fullest.
One thing I noticed too is I always tell people whenever I get in an argument about goal setting, I say, what success leaves clues. The successful people, there's all sorts of studies that say what goal setting is done, right? What do you have to lose by sitting down, spending a half hour to an hour, laying out your next year? That's why we've helped put this program together, laying out the next year and putting it down on paper. I can tell you it will change your life. And doing that, if it doesn't work, you're not any worse off than what you were before. But success leaving clues, we already have proven facts that all sorts of successful people use goal setting and write down their goals.
Yeah. I'm a professor by trade. My PhD is in psychology and communication. We've studied successful people for years. As I said before, not one single highly successful person is anything but a goal setter. They swear by it. So why not learn from those who've already come to great levels of success? Listen to what they're saying. They know it works. We know it works. And we know it'll work for you.
And it also has a compound effect of that. When you set a goal and you actually put it out there and you start to visualize that goal, you actually, if you have something snag in the way, you can course correct. But as you begin to achieve those goals, the next few years, it's just going to continue to compound and you get better at goal setting and it becomes a habit. And now all of a sudden you have an actual time of day or time of week that you're actually setting those goals. And I always tell people, when you're doing goal setting, the importance of reviewing, because things change, right? There's all sorts of health. I've had health issues lately. There's different things that family issues. There's all sorts of things that come into play when it comes to goal setting. So if you have that target, you need to review it every week. I always say review your goal setting on Sunday evenings. Figure out, okay, where am I at compared to what I said my goal is? That's the beautiful thing about our system. We're showing you how to do that. If I review that on a Sunday evening, and then each and every day, you should be reviewing your goals and saying, and actually repeat them. I think it's Brian Tracy who says that if you can't spout off your top 3 goals right away, they're not really your goals. And I think there's some very big truth to that.
Yeah, I use a system kind of like yours. I write my goals on a little 3x5 note card. I stick them in my pocket. They're always there because I believe out of sight is out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
When I put my hand in my pocket, I feel the card. When that card's in my pocket, I feel it in my pocket against my leg all day long.
Yeah.
It's reminding me of my goals. And when I'm driving somewhere, I literally say the goals out loud. I'm driving, nobody else is there. I find there's tremendous power in not just having them available in sight, but also speaking them. I'm using every one of my senses to reassure those goals are solidified and my mind is going to work on them.
I love that you mentioned that, actually, because part of visualizing, actually goal setting, that we didn't mention yet, is if you actually, your mind doesn't know whether something's happening or not. So if you're actually visualizing your goals and you're actually focusing on them, and you get your senses engulfed in what you're doing, and you think about, okay, what is my life like now that I did this, or now that I hit this goal here, it's telling your brain that it is in fact already happening, and you're already gaining that feeling, and your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So you're actually creating that feeling of what happens when I've hit those goals.
I like your comment of there's nothing to lose. Maybe just a little foreshadow of what's coming up in the last few minutes of our program is what we'll be offering you: money back guarantee. There's absolutely nothing to lose. You get the program and say, I don't want to do it. Fine, get your money back. It doesn't work for me, get your money back.
Yeah.
We don't want your money if you're not getting the success that you deserve. And so there really is nothing to lose here.
Yeah, the entire point of what we're trying to show you is that oftentimes we complain about, all of these different areas in life. And if you look at the positive approach and you get rid of the complaints and you actually decide, this year is going to be my year, I'm going to make a change in my life, I'm actually going to do it, I'm going to jot it down, and you actually decide, if you do no other program and you take this program and you take one piece of it and you actually see it through, and we're going to talk about some of the bonuses that are going to happen. If you actually see it through and you do nothing else, your entire year is going to be different and you will not regret it.
Yeah, that made me think of another point. And I tell my clients, you've only got 2 choices. You can be living your life or somebody else's. When you have goals, you're living your life. You're creating your life. Without goals, you're simply responding to everybody else's agenda.
That's exactly, and that's why we call it the Goals Plan Start program, because if you don't have that target in mind and you don't put that address in your GPS, you're never going to get there. Somebody else is going to course correct that for you and tell you where you're going, whether it be the car, whether it be the traffic, whether it be whatever it may be. It's going to tell you, somebody else is going to decide where you're going.
Well, Dennis, tell people about the GPS Goal Plan Start program, which is the essence of what we're offering. It's a system.
Yeah, the Goal Plan Start system is actually a 5-module system. And what it's going to do is it's going to take you step by step on goal setting. The nice thing, I actually created some of the materials for this when we've been talking about all of our different materials with this. I've actually created something that helped me goal set that wasn't so complex. Because one of the things that gets so exhausting, and we're going to talk about your video series with this, one of the things that gets so exhausting is you find that it's monotonous. And we've tried to take that, make this into a simple form, teamed up, given all of these things, so you can do a step-by-step process, write it down, and figure out exactly how you're going to live your best year that you've ever had, and just start that momentum in the right way by doing that. And that's just one piece of it.
And you mentioned there's 5 steps in the program. One thing that we're doing to make sure you get it, do it, and achieve it is this program comes with an extra bonus where I'm personally going to record a 75-minute video. It'll be in live time, if you will, or real time, taking you through each of the steps so you know exactly what you want, how you jot those down, how you plan out the action steps, and how you make sure you follow through and get them all. So there's no way to not get it. I'm going to walk you through that step by step, whole video program. I'll walk through it with you.
And I can tell you, if you do nothing else but sit down and fill that out along with Dr. Zimmerman and do that 10 page, by the time it's done, you're going to have 10 pages of your actual goal setting and have that complete and ready to go and plan out your best year. Don't live this year of, oh, it just happened again. We've had 2 years of this now to where we've been down in the dumps and we've allowed everybody else to control what we're doing. Take it back and figure out what direction you're going to go in your life.
You know, it's kind of a cliche these days, but it's worth mentioning. The old cliche that if you keep on doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And if you've got problems at home, you want to improve your relationships, improve your health, improve your finances, anything you want more of, better of, it always requires setting some goals to achieve that. Otherwise, you'll keep doing the same old things, getting the same old results. It's a new year coming. Make it a new year for you. Make it a new you.
And I want to actually take a chance to thank you, Dr. Zimmerman, because us sitting down and focusing on our goals and putting this program together, I talked to my team earlier about it, and it's made me realize it's so easy to procrastinate. I look at what I'm doing in the year that I'm planning, and I think there is no reason besides fear and procrastination that I am not having the year that I could have had. I could have done it 10 years ago. I really could have. And having people and being around the right people that you really need to surround yourself with. And so you have to surround yourself with goal setters and eliminate those people who don't realize, or at least put them down to a bare minimum, who get in your way of doing that.
Yeah. And I'll be so bold as to say this. Spend 5 minutes a day with the program that we're presenting, that you'll be receiving. And you're going to see improvements in every one of the areas that you set down as a goal. If you don't want your life to be better, you don't want to spend 5 minutes, then this is not for you. You can shut the program off right now. But if you're willing to invest 5 minutes a day, which is almost nothing, if you're willing to invest 5 minutes a day, you'll be amazed, delighted with the results you get.
And the neat thing about that 5 minutes is it's just going to compound. You're going to want more of it. And that's why we say 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I always say it's like investing in your retirement. Just give a little bit and see what happens. And all of a sudden, you're going to want that little bit more and that little bit more. So let's talk about the actual program that has all of these bonuses, because the reason we're giving away this money back guarantee, this anytime, no questions asked, is because realistically, we're giving this thing away anyway. It is 88% off of what we're actually charge on our website if you would buy any of these programs, if you would buy in a 1-hour coaching call. So let's talk about some of these bonuses, Dr. Zimmerman. What are one of the main ones you want to highlight besides the video, the 75 minutes actual video?
Yeah, one thing that I'll be offering coming along with this program, you'll get like a 25-page manual, step-by-step, how to write all the goals out. And there'll be a video along with me to help you achieve that. I'm also going to give an hour of my time. You just email me anytime and say, hey, Dr. Z, I need an hour to sit down and ask you this, to go through this. I'm getting stuck here. Whether you spend 5 minutes with me, 20 minutes, an hour, that time's yours. And quite honestly, I charge thousands for my coaching. This is given to you free of charge. So anytime you get stuck, have a question, it does not expire. Call me, email me, we'll set up a time, we'll talk through this. Dennis, you're offering the same thing.
Yeah, and actually, you bring up a good point. many of the times when people offer a coaching call, there's a big some upsell of some big charge and whatnot, and they're going to sell some program. This is not that. This is 100%. We're giving you our time, which that if you did nothing else but took a coaching call with Dr. Zimmerman or myself, it is worth tenfold what we're talking about within the program. But we're taking that and we're actually going to walk you through your steps, walk you through your goals, answer your questions, and give you a true live coaching call to help you improve your life, whatever area you want to discuss. And again, it doesn't come with a sales pitch at the end.
Yeah. Another bonus is a white paper I've written on how to get your mind to work for you instead of against you. I mentioned before mind binders. There's a whole way of getting rid of all that garbage that's been holding you back and holding you down. To get that out of the mind and put in what I call positive affirmations. The research for that is staggering. You will not find one single gold medal winner in the Olympics who does not swear by this technique. And I know they make fun of this technique of talking to yourself, oh, I'm wonderful, I'm great, people love me. On Saturday Night Live, they made fun of that for years. But the fact is, they're dead wrong. You'll not find one winner who doesn't swear by this technique. So one of the bonuses is a manual exactly how to make that work for you.
Yeah. And actually, an additional bonus of that is the mental diet, the actual 7-day mental diet that actually walks you through that step. And I know it's in one of your books as well, that goes through that. But it shows you how to take those negative things, throw them out and replace it with a positive. And realistically, negative in equals negative out. Positive in equals positive out. It's so simple, but we want to confuse things into. Have you ever met anybody who doesn't seem as intelligent as you, and they just seem to get everything right, and you're just mind boggled by it? They're doing these little steps, positive affirmations, and doing these things right. And one of the other things I want to mention is the business prep course is a bonus here. That's another course that, again, all the way through it, it's going to help you with your business planning if that's what you want to do. And it's going to walk you through step by step by step, again, sold separately, worth quite a bit of money.
That's a bunch of stuff. I don't think in my 20 plus year career, speaking to 1 million people around the world, doing 3,000 programs, coaching hundreds of executives and leaders, that we've ever offered anything close to this amount of value at this price. Quite honestly, I'm in a phase of my career where it's a lot more about give back than the kind of money I'm going to earn. And so it's almost a Christmas present.
Yeah. And what I really want to add is, do us a favor, take the program, do what it is, change your life. Do not be looking back next year and say, look, I should have done this, I should have done it, and the price may be different, whatever it may be. This is an absolute no-brainer. We made it irresistible just for the fact that if you take these steps, your life is going to change in a matter of days.
Yes, I would leave with this thought. Your future is going to be happening no matter whether you like it or not. You have a choice. You can react to all the things that are happening around the world, in our government, in the economy, in the climate, whatever the issue may be, in your family. You can react to those things with panic, fear, doubt, wonder, or you can be more proactive, start setting some goals and create the future you want. I really urge you, make that choice, create your future, set some goals.
We thank you guys for joining us today. Please make that decision, change your life. Let us help you. Get on board. We'll get you a coaching call and we'll help you take those next steps.
Thanks.
Thank you.